a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
And welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. Michael Emdy's in the house, massive IT, our tech expert. We're going to talk all things technology and business and how to protect yourselves in the online space. We got attorney Millie Athanison coming up as well, and a great lineup for you on the show per usual. Interesting content, too, around artificial intelligence. We'll talk about a quote directly from one of the founders who raised $7.3 billion for his AI startup, what he says about the chances of artificial intelligence concerns over ethics and also the possibility if it could destroy humanity or not. We're going to talk about that and debate that with Michael MD here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I want to invite you to an event that we're hosting every third Thursday over at our restaurant partner, Brio Tuscan Grill at the International Plaza Mall, which is 2223 North West Shore Boulevard. Save the date, Thursday, March 21st, 6 o'clock. We're going to be there. Meet some of our radio show personalities, some of our real estate team, our expert contributors over at Brio Tuscan Grill, the official restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. It's at the International Plaza Mall. Excellent food, wonderful ambiance, and they've got a really cool bar area. So we're going to be hanging out there. We're going to provide food. We're going to have appetizers. And, of course, there's an open bar, cash bar. Available as well. So come on out Thursday, March 21st, 6 o'clock, and join us over there. And during the week, too, stop in on their happy hours. They have awesome happy hours, excellent food menu. Say hello to Chef Oscar Ramirez and Joey, the general manager, and let them know the real estate quarterback sent you. Take them up on those special offers and incentives. Just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show, you get a free appetizer over at Brio Tuscan Grill. Let them know the real estate quarterback sent you. All right, we always like to feature our real estate listings live on air. My wife Lindsay and I own a top 100 ranked real estate team here in Tampa Bay, and we maximize the exposure and the profit on the sale of our real estate properties by featuring the listings on air. Over 80 outlets worldwide. No other real estate company has the reach in it and the model that we have. 4 o'clock drive time right here on 860. We got our weekend show, FM 1025 The Bone, and then the syndication feed goes out to Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Sony, and so many other places. But here's a hot listing. I love this property right on the beach. This one's 18522 Gulf Boulevard, Unit F, Indian Shores. Beautiful property, wonderful area. It's a fantastic place to go visit. You are directly on the sugar sand beaches and dolphin-filled waters of Pinellas County. 3 bedrooms, 3 bath, almost 2,000 square feet. This is a $1 million listing from the Platinum MVP team. Keller Williams Realty, Gulfront beachfront condo, Indian Shores, private parking, granite countertops, mosaic backsplash. Just a great opportunity. Own that beach home. Have you ever wanted to own your own beach property? Well, here is your opportunity. 18522 Gulf Boulevard, Unit F, Indian Shores, Florida. What I love about this property, too, there's 2 or 3 main points here. Number one, the HOA is only $250 a month. Super low HOA fee, condo fee. Typically, those are around $1,000. This one's only $250. Secondly, you can rent this out. You can do a short-term rental there, Airbnb, VRBO, short-term rental. Yes, you're fine. Check that box. And then third, you have just the beautiful view as well. You walk out. There's 3 different balconies. So if you look out on the right-hand side, you're looking at the Intercoastal Waterway and the bridge. If you look at the Gulf side, to the left there, you're looking at the Gulf of Mexico, watching the dolphins swim. Beautiful property. And you can see all of our listings at PlatinumCoastalElite.com. All right, Michael MD, welcome back in, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for coming in. So, yeah, we always like to talk about the technology space. Let's just jump right into this story. This was interesting. Axios, AI doom or boom. So it says, it goes on and talks about the articles going into the fact that this Dario Amodei, who raised $7.3 billion for his AI startup, Anthropic, after leaving OpenAI over concerns over ethics, says there's a 10% to 25% chance that AI technology could destroy humanity. But if that doesn't happen, he said, I'll go not just fine, I'll go really, really great. It'll go great, he says. So if that doesn't happen, it'll go great.
Yeah.
So what's your thoughts about that?
Odds are good, right?
I don't know.
Odds are
man.
good.
Well,
I think it goes back to just say that, this technology is critical, and it's important, and it's powerful. Look at the things that we're able to do with it just with text, right? They call it generative AI. Type in this, write an essay. Type in this, write a proposal. Type in this, write a book. Do all these things. There's Amazon books out there that are written 100% in ChatGPT. There's YouTube videos that say, here's a concept, write me a book, a children's book. And then you can go to the DALL-E piece and say, generate the images for the book. Put it all together. You could publish it online. You never even have to leave the house. And it's all done online, and then you can then put that as a product in Amazon. But this piece about the dangers of it, right? That's benign, a children's book. This is the complete opposite. Yeah. What could happen, right? There's military applications, there's industrial applications, and if anything goes sideways, these are computers, right? Yep. We think, they can't make mistakes. Well, the programming could have mistakes. So who's programming it, and what does it do? Did it miss by a little bit and have an industrial accident? Are we deploying this for a little more hands-on, modern warfare type scenarios? And when does that become a reality? It will eventually. Not today, maybe not in the next 10 or 20 years, but it will eventually.
Yeah, exactly. And who's programming? That's what I always come back to. It's like, who's programming the data into those machines, right? Because you're going to have left and right. You're going to have competing ideas around morality and things of that nature. So it comes into, from my point of view, it's like, who's programming it and who's got the most money. And then, then you look at the political applications of it, just getting into like hate speech and censoring and monitoring. We already see what happened with the Twitter files. So
whose reality is it, right?
Yeah.
We saw that with Gemini and Google recently. Looking up the founding fathers and who are they? What do they look like?
Yeah, exactly.
Those sorts of things, right? It's just whose reality is it?
Yeah.
Right? And it's just going off of what it knows. It's just a machine executing on the information it's given and how it interpreted that information or learned that information from whoever it learned it from or wherever it learned it from. Imagine training your kids to be social based on social media.
Right.
Right? And all the garbage that's out there. Yep. Is that how you raise your kids? No, of course not.
Right.
But these are the sorts of things we have to be careful with for AI. What are we training it on?
Yeah, exactly. And if you just joined us, we're talking with Michael, MD, Massive IT. He can help you with your businesses locally, your home computers. Let's talk about that a little bit. How do you help local businesses? Maybe share some of your recent success stories.
Absolutely. So the success stories are really about optimization, efficiencies, and security. That's where it's at right now in business. Everybody needs office apps. Everybody needs email. Everybody needs a website. But how do you take care of that? How do you protect that? That's where the key is right now. And how do you automate that to keep an advantage over your competitors? Process automation, workflow automations, sucking in spreadsheets, crunching the numbers, spitting out the reports, automation. There's AI tools out there. Microsoft Copilot is one of those. And you can use that in Excel and Word and PowerPoint to generate content, to write formulas, to do all that sort of information. And then the security piece. Do you have multi-factor authentication turned on today? You may think, I haven't had it forever. Why do I need it now? You definitely need it now. If enough of these stories aren't scaring you to death in the mainstream media, they should. The latest one I saw was about QR codes and about attackers, criminals, cyber criminals are printing their own QR codes on stickers. And they're going to parking meters, parking lots, anywhere there's a point of pay system. And they're just putting their sticker over that QR code, replicating the website.
Wow.
And sending you off to go make a payment. And it looks like the what's the payment?
The standard store,
the parking lot, thing, Park Mobile or whatever that is.
Yep.
It's got the same logo. It's got the same website. It looks the same, feels the same. You're like, make my payment. Yeah, you just made the payment to, some other bank account, that an attacker has. And all because you scanned the QR code that was out there because you trusted that was legitimate.
Right.
Somebody just came along and just put a sticker over it,
yeah,
right?
Right over it. They could just probably cut it directly to where it could be, boom, you'd have
and
no
even
idea.
if it had edges, you'd go, it must have gotten scratched or faded, and they put a new one up.
Right.
Right? You just trust that it's legit.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. There's so many scams these days, man. You got to be careful out there. The voiceover technology too. I told a story too about how I had a friend where they scammed the daughter with allegedly the mother was in the back seat. It used her voice. Yeah, give them the money. I'm in the back seat. They got a gun to my head. Just give them the money. This is getting pretty crazy.
I have friends and family that have safe words, passwords now. So if someone travels, like the kids were traveling to Europe or somewhere, some other place, and they said, told the whole family, the grandparents in particular, they said, if Joey calls and says he's in trouble, there's a password. If he doesn't give you the password, do not send money. Do not help them. Do not do anything. Do not tell them anything.
Yep.
And so it's just changing the way that we live and the way that we operate, even as a family.
Right. Yeah, and we got to stay one step ahead. We got to stay diligent. That's why, AM radio, I got these text messages this morning, too. One about where to help you generate an email to go to your congressman, your senator. To help you also generate a tweet to go at and tweet to them. But they're trying to take away, there's efforts out there to take away AM radio. But just think about the consumer advocacy that we're having right here. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't understand. They don't realize. I know, I'm on the cusp of understanding, and I'm in the business. I'm in real estate. I'm in business every day. But when I hear these different stories and when we talk about this, I think we're doing our due diligence here on air, and hopefully people are doing theirs. But we're doing a consumer advocacy approach here. We're helping people. So hopefully you can like and share this message out there, folks. Share it to your friends. Share this content because that's what we put this show together for, is to be that consumer advocate, to help you understand these different buying decisions. And especially now, in the areas of technology and artificial intelligence, Michael, there's so many more threats.
Yeah, so many more fronts, so many more threats. We live our life day to day, and we just go through the motions, working 9 to 5, doing our thing, going home, seeing our family, going to the soccer games on Saturdays and things like that. But you got to realize the world is evolving, the world is changing, security has evolved, security is changing, and you're attacked on all fronts. It's not just in business. Yep. It's at the ATM machines, new card skimmers. They now have RFID readers that are reading the chip before you even get it into the machine, because it's within proximity of the ATM machine, right?
Yeah.
Same thing when you go through airports. I don't know if you do passports, right, have RFID chips in them, and they give you those little sleeves, little foil sleeve you can put your passport in, or even cards. They sell them online, money clips and things like that protect your RFID cards, because they can be within proximity. And when I say proximity, I mean 10 feet, 15 feet.
Wow. Just
someone walking around an airport is reading all the cards in your pocket, in your wallet, in your purse, and they're gaining all this data from you. Hotel key cards are the same way. When you just have that hotel key card and your reservation expires, your trip expires at the hotel, and you just walk out and throw it in the trash, they could pick that up, and there's information on that hotel key card about your credit card, last 4 digits, your name, your address, what room you're in, your phone number, all kinds of information the hotel can program into that card.
Wow. Because
they need it for their card entry systems inside the hotel.
Right.
Right? Do you go somewhere and you swipe your card and get charged at the spa, at the restaurant, at the gym? You want to get a Coke while you're walking by? Swipe it, right? What information do you think that is? It's basically a credit card, more or less, right?
Wow. Personal information floating around in the
PII.
Gosh, man, it's out there. All right, we got to take a quick break. When we come back, though, I want to play this clip around UF. The University of Florida makes a major move, and they fire the whole entire DEI department. Interesting content, good stuff from the state of Florida. Governor DeSantis and his team doing a great job over there, and forcing these companies to reverse some of these practices that they had. We're going to explore that. Also, more technology, optimization, efficiencies in your business, in your home computers as well. More with Michael, MD, Massive IT, coming up here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Follow us online. We'd love to connect with you. We've got our podcast out there, the YouTube channel, at Brandon Rhymes 1, at CQB Show. And we'll be right back here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
This is Warwick Dunn, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show, hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 727-263-3707. Online at consumerqb.com.
Dennis Prager here for Brandon and Lindsay Rhymes, owners of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams. Buying, selling, investing in real estate, their nationwide Keller Williams network makes them the best team to work with. Sellers, have your property featured live on air, creating multiple offers. Buyers, leverage a unique system that gets your offer accepted, never overlooked. Call or text 813-750-0550, 813-750-0550, or consumerqb.com.
I want to give a special thanks to Satellite Phone Store. They just hooked me up with this beautiful satellite phone. And it's a gorgeous phone. It's a great device. It's a safety device as well. Think about it. If you're out on the boat 40, 50 miles out, maybe you're going hunting or you're going hiking in the woods somewhere, you run out of cell phone service, or who knows, maybe a possible terrorist attack. It's not like our politicians aren't entrenched in all this stuff going on overseas, all over the place, all over the world. Could be a terrorist attack. They could attack the power grid. They could attack the cell phones. Who knows what they're going to attack next. Sat123.com/REQB. Sat for satellite. Sat123.com/REQB, like real estate quarterback.
You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, Brandon Rhymes here, back in studio with Michael MD, Massive IT. He's our tech expert, one of our expert contributors on the Consumer Quarterback Show, and we always have all the we ask you to call in, and we have great conversations and great emails that come in on the website consumerqb.com. Call in and support the show, support all of our local area business owners, expert contributors, and on-air personalities. Many of them are business owners or account executives. 727-263-3707. Call or text. It's an off-air number, 727-263-3707. You can call or text that hotline, and we'll put you right in touch with Michael MD or any of our other 35 to 40 plus partners, and then 80 different categories of consumer advocate content and advice. All right, we got a couple of hot listings here in Tampa Bay. Beautiful properties available for sale. We got 9423 Blackthorn Loop. This one is in Land O'Lakes. Great opportunity to own a potential rental property, 4 bedrooms, 2 bath, 2-car garage, 1824 square feet. No CDD. You have low HOA fees there. Short drive to Gulf Coast, both informal and formal living rooms. Blackthorn Loop, Land O'Lakes property here in Tampa Bay. It's got an unrepaired sinkhole, but there are discounts available for that as well. All right, let's look at a property here in Safety Harbor, 300 6th Street North. This one's in Safety Harbor. It's unit number 6. This is a community of only 13 units. 2 bedrooms, 1.5 bath, 924 square feet. You got a beautiful backyard there with the canal creek kind of running through there. Forest, jungle look in the back. Beautiful property, nice nature view in the back there. 2 bedrooms, 1.5 bath at 300 6th Street North, unit number 6 in Safety Harbor. We've got 60 current listings on our team. Check out all of our vacant land, commercial property, and residential listings at PlatinumCoastalElite.com. Check out PlatinumCoastalElite.com. And a quick shout out to Heights Soft Wash, pressure washing company here in Tampa Bay. Heights Soft Wash, they do a great job cleaning our real estate properties. Ramin Kazami is the owner, and heightssoftwash.com. Let him know the real estate quarterback sent you. Take him up on those special offers. heightssoftwash.com. Okay, so we got Michael in the house, and we talk about the remote access too is another way that you can, really make this process super simple and easy for the consumer. So remote help desk.
That's right. If you're struggling with some tech issues, you want to kick it up to the next level, our remote help desk product and service is where it's at. It allows us to have remote control, software, remote support agent on your machines, on your employees' machines, wherever they are. They may be in one office, they may be spread around the country working from home, whatever the case may be. They can call in, they can chat, they can email, they can use the web portal and get tech support with any problem they're having, right? Monday to Friday, 8x6. There's a 24x7 option if you have overnight, weekends, hours, things, after hours, things like that. Anything from printing to internet access to my email's not working to whatever problems you're having with your mobile device, with your laptop, your desktop, cloud, security, anything you need, everything you need, we can help you no matter where you are across the country.
Yeah, and Michael, I like the idea too that if you are running a business out there and pick an industry, mortgage industry, real estate, contracting, you've got clients that you've been working with in all these different areas. So it's almost like they're getting a free consultation or consultant in the process.
That's exactly right. So we're across all verticals: healthcare, finance, manufacturing, retail, automotive, education. We're helping schools. We're helping Catholic diocese, all the schools in the diocese. We were the selected vendor go-to vendor for technology in the diocese. We were selected years ago, and we've been servicing the diocese ever since. And we're also available to do just about anything across the board. And you're getting the expertise and the benefit of all that experience across all those verticals.
Right.
And those security challenges, those operational challenges, optimizing, automating, making efficient everything that you do. And we can bring that experience with all the products and technologies, to bear in your industry.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense because we look at when we talk to CPAs or financial advisors, we say, hey, get a review. Let's see what your other team is doing. Let's see what your last 2 or 3 years tax returns look like. Let's get a review of that. Maybe you got some found money, and that's a similar situation with Michael MD with Massive IT and the technology space. All these different functions in your business, all these different moving parts. Michael's going to have most likely a solution that's going to be able to help save you time, money, and potentially, see something that you don't know. And a lot of times in business, in life, we don't know what we don't know until we have that consultation. And do you offer these consultations?
Oh, absolutely, we do. And, we were just having that conversation. I just had this about a half hour ago about overlap of technologies, products, and features, and how you tend to sort of amass all of these different products and services, and they overlap with each other. We peel that apart, and you only keep what you need. And we have the experience to identify those products and put the right things in the right places. And we can absolutely save anybody money in what they're doing, because I guarantee they've got some overlap.
Yeah. Reach out to the show hotline. We'd love to connect you with Michael, 727-263-3707. You can also submit an email form on our website, consumerqb.com. If you're driving right now or not able to do that, just go to consumerqb.com and then submit the email form. It'll come directly to me, and I'll get it out to Michael and his team. 727-263-3707. That's another option. You can call or text that line. Again, it's an off-air number. Call or text 727-263-3707. All right, I want to roll tape here. This was a interesting find as I was listening to my daily podcast.
Breaking. The University of Florida has officially fired all of the DEI staff. Conservatives are finally fighting back. Every red state must follow suit as soon as humanly possible. This is the way. Quote, to comply with the Florida Board of Governors Regulation 9.016 on prohibited expenditures, the University of Florida has closed the Office of Chief Diversity Officer, eliminated DEI positions and administrative appointments, and halted DEI-focused contracts with outside vendors. Under the direction of UF Human Resources, university employees whose positions were eliminated will receive UF standard 12 weeks of pay. They're fired. They're gone. And by the way, this is the best part. There will now be a reallocation of $5 million in funds previously reported at Tallahassee for DEI expenses, including salaries and expenditures, into a
$5 million that were going to those programs now being put back into, the real workings of what a university should be doing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this is just an example of people getting tired of these nonsense programs doing things that really aren't making an impact, in the big picture. Right. Does it make everybody feel good? Absolutely. But I think, again, we seem to always come to the same point in our conversations of critical thinking,
right?
Common sense thinking. Where is the best use of the money? Were those programs good and were they well intended? Yeah, they had good intentions, but I think, from an execution standpoint, that's not where they wound up.
Yeah.
And I think the money is probably better spent on, homeless, education, schools, facilities, programs and things like that to help keep the kids in school, moving them forward and helping those that really need it, and not about making everybody just feel good. Like, everybody can't just get a trophy.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you want people to connect? MassiveIT.com?
MassiveIT.com or sales@MassiveIT.com.
Sales@MassiveIT.com. Direct email there as well. Sales@MassiveIT.com. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
Good stuff. All right, coming up, Attorney Millia Thannison. We're going to have Attorney Millia Thannison on the show here and talk about new law. She always brings some great content for us. Stay tuned right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. Please make sure to send him all of your real estate deals and subscribe to the Consumer Quarterback Show podcast on iTunes and Spotify.